All right, folks, we are hanging out with Lindsay Ell in Toronto today. Lindsay, thanks for hanging with us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's so good to see you.
It's been a long time. Well, not really that long because we were in Nashville.
It feels like it's been a while, though.
But since we really hung out like this.
Yeah, true that.
So the project was named, I don't know, #1 on Billboard, #4 with us.
Yeah.
Like ridiculous amount of kudos on the project.
Crazy.
How's that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels so amazing to finally make a record that I feel is me. And I'm proud of, and then to see fans react to that. You know, Billboard listed their top 20 records of 2017, and we were #1. And still, when I say that, it's so crazy. It's crazy.
And it's Billboard. It's, you know, that's the cool part. It's the people that people turn to every day to find out who's the newest and best. So kudos to you on that.
Thank
you.
You
worked with some pretty cool people on this one. Now, you worked with Kristen Bush. He helped produce this one.
He is like my studio Yoda.
Oh, okay.
Because he's such a sweetheart. If you've never met Christian Bush, he's pretty much the nicest human that you're ever going to meet. And he's so smart. He understands music. He's done it all. He's been the songwriter, he's been the artist, he's been the producer. So he understands all the perspectives, and he was the perfect one to help me figure out that puzzle sometimes that takes an artist a minute to figure out. And he was like an angel at the right time, and I'm so excited. We'll be recording record #2 later this year.
Wow. But how did that introduction happen between you two to get to that level to say, okay, Christian, you're the guy? Christian
and I wrote a song. I think it was the first time we met. We met at like a few shows and stuff, but we wrote a song together, and then he is my label mate in Nashville as far as his solo artist stuff. And so his name got brought up as one of the producers we were looking at for this record. And so the first music meeting we had, we talked for 3 hours just about music and like the kind of music he loved, the kind of music I loved, and I was like, all right, you're my producer.
Wow. It's pretty cool though to have somebody that has that much music knowledge behind them.
Absolutely.
You know, help you out.
From so many different genres and aspects and you know, decades, and he's worked with like Hugh Padgham and all of these incredible producers. So he's a good one.
It's awesome. Now you co-wrote some pretty crazy songs.
Yeah.
You work with let's just go through the list.
Yeah.
Adam Hambrick.
Adam is such a good buddy of mine. He's such a talented dude himself. He's such a good singer and has written crazy, crazy songs.
Yeah.
So,
and then you also worked with Walker Hayes, which just recently has a smash hit.
Fellow artist Walker Hayes, that man is a songwriter, so unique, and he's not afraid to say anything. He inspires me so much sitting in a writing room with him because he's just like, all right, what should we write today? And when we were writing Champagne was a song we wrote together with Fred Wilhelm. And I was like, can we rhyme the words Jessica Biel with the word feel? And Walker was like, of course we can. Like that's the beautiful part about writing is there are no rules. And so it's awesome writing with Walker.
So the ones that got me were Kelsey has a song on here.
Yeah.
And then she wrote that with Ross Copperman. Is that the same song, right? You know, how did that song get pitched to you then?
So cutting outside songs is something completely out of my comfort zone because I'm such a songwriter, and writing my own material is so important to me. But that was one thing Christian challenged me. He challenged me in a lot of different ways, and he's like, let's at least listen. So we listened to probably 1,000 songs, and I found a few that are just gems, and they're never songs that I would have written myself, and that's when you know when they finish completing the story of the record that best song wins.
So you say the best song wins. Is there something that when you're going through that process for that record that there was a certain feel that you wanted the project to have and it needed to fit? It wasn't like something way out in left field that was just, maybe it'll be a single.
Absolutely. You know, when I originally sat down with Christian for that first music meeting, I was like, Christian, I want to make a record like Tuesday Night Music Club, Sheryl Crow. Like, it just has a thing to it. It's just cool. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily fit in with other records here and there. It's just awesome. It like stands on its own and you want to listen to it front to back. And I feel like we were able to find a group of songs that just are kind of their own thing.
Yeah. Well, the project is now available, iTunes, Spotify, everywhere else. Let's talk a bit about touring.
Yeah.
Because you're about to hit the road, and you're playing the bloody Staples Center with Brad Paisley next week. How's that feel?
I'm so excited. Staples Center has been a bucket list venue for a while, and Brad has been so wonderful to tour with. He's just so gracious and generous to us. His whole camp sort of takes us in like one big road family, and to be able to get to trade guitar licks on stage with Brad Paisley keeps a girl on her toes for sure. But Staples Center is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to take that one in.
So, out of the time that you've spent with Brad, because you did a brief tour in Canada last year with him, what's the one thing that you find that the Brad Paisley fans maybe relate back to the Lindsay Ell fans?
For sure, guitar playing.
Yeah.
When I get into guitar nerd world, which is pretty much in every song, I have lots of long intros and long outros and long guitar solos, and I think it's just cool for them to see a girl playing guitar. One of the first shows I played with Brad, which was about a year and a half ago, was a college date, and he pulled me out to play on She's Everything or something, and I think even him, he just had this smile on his face, and I just think because he's not gotten to jam with a lot of girls before in his life, and so I think that's for sure one thing that Brad Paisley fans like.
It's incredible to see, that you've been asked to go out on these tours. I remember the first time we did hang out was on the CMT Women on Country tour back up at Casino Rama.
For sure.
And to think how that in those two years, how times have changed dramatically for you. So.
It's crazy. It feels like life has been a whirlwind. I know that was touring with Jennifer Nettles, the other half of Sugarland, and now I'm on the Sugarland tour this year, which is crazy how life comes full circle.
It's
but
awesome.
But it's been an incredible past 2 years, and I'm so excited about 2018.
Well, thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you
Lindsay Ell, folks. The project is now available. iTunes, Spotify, download it. Remember, if you don't like good music, we don't like you. See ya.
Bye.